My ex-fiance told me 2 weeks before our wedding that he found someone more aligned with his future. That's a direct quote. I still have the text. 4 years. I cooked for him. I helped pay his rent during a stretch when he was between jobs. I skipped my cousin's bachelorette trip because he said he didn't feel comfortable with me traveling without him. I did all of that, and the man sat across from me at a dinner I made and said, "I don't think you're the person I'm supposed to end up with. I need someone who matches where I'm going." I asked him what that meant. He said, "She just gets me in a way that's hard to explain." She. He didn't even try to hide it. His mom called me the next morning. I thought she was going to apologize. Instead, she said, "I know this hurts, but honestly, I always thought you two were a little mismatched. He has big ambitions." I hung up. I haven't spoken to her since. I won't pretend I handled the breakup with grace. I didn't. I cried for about 3 months straight. I lost weight I didn't need to lose. I called in sick to work twice in 1 week because I genuinely could not get out of bed. My friends took shifts checking on me. It was embarrassing, and I don't care who knows it. But here's where the story changes. About 7 months later, a friend dragged me to a trivia night at a bar. I didn't want to go. I went anyway. The guy running the event was funny in this dry, low-effort way that I liked immediately. We talked after. He asked for my number. I said yes, mostly out of habit. That was the beginning. We dated for about a year. It was different from anything I'd had before. He was steady. Not boring, just steady. When I told him the full story about my ex, he listened without making it weird. He didn't try to fix it or compete with it. He just said, "That guy sounds like he was performing a version of himself and needed an audience." It was the most accurate thing anyone had ever said. We got married 14 months after trivia night. Small wedding. My best friend cried. His dad told a genuinely terrible joke during the toast that somehow landed perfectly. It was the best day of my life, and it felt completely real. My ex found out through someone we both knew. I don't know the exact timeline, but within a few weeks, he sent me a message on Instagram. Not an apology exactly, more like a, "Hey, I've been thinking about you, and I hope you're well." I left it on read. Then he sent another one. "I heard you got married. That's wild. I'm happy for you." I still didn't respond. Then he called. Not a text, an actual phone call. From a number I didn't have saved anymore, but recognized immediately. I stared at it until it stopped ringing. My husband saw my face. He asked who it was. I showed him the call log. He took my phone, went into the other room, and called back. I don't know exactly what was said. My husband came back after maybe 4 minutes and handed me my phone. He said, "I don't think he'll call again." He went back to watching TV like nothing happened. My ex did not call again. He did try to email me once, 3 weeks later. My husband saw it first because I'd been sharing my laptop and had forgotten to close the tab. He typed a reply from my account, CC'd himself, and told my ex plainly that any further contact would be forwarded to a lawyer. Then he printed it and handed it to me and said, "Just so you know what I sent." Some of my friends think this is funny. One of them thinks my husband overstepped. She said I should have handled it myself, that letting him speak for me is a red flag. My mom thinks she has a point. I spent 4 years shrinking myself for someone who decided I wasn't worth keeping. I am not interested in spending one more second managing his feelings or crafting a careful response that protects his ego. My husband stepped in because I was frozen and he could see that. He didn't ask me to be small. He handled it so I didn't have to. And then he told me everything he did. That's not control, that's partnership. My ex is now, from what I hear, no longer with the woman he left me for. I don't feel vindicated exactly. I feel tired when I think about it. Tired and a little grateful that I'm not the one sitting in that wreckage. If there is one, is that people who tell you you're not enough are usually describing their own ceiling, not yours. My ex needed someone to perform for. When I stopped performing, he found a new audience. And when that got boring too, apparently, she left. I'm not a revenge story. I'm just someone who got lucky enough to find a person who wanted the actual version of me, not a managed one. So I guess my question is this. Do you think my husband overstepped, or do you think there are situations where letting someone else handle it is actually the healthier choice?